Are you kind of focusing more on that education side then, where you're really kind of having those conversations with your clients, just kind of speaking more about them to those interest rates or kind of that supply and demand principles that you always talk about?
Yeah, I mean, right now, all we can do with clients is educate, because there's not a lot to sell, and that's where really what people need to make a purchase decision is information. They need confidence, right? They need to know that they have kind of weighed their options and they've picked the right direction moving forward, and that comes with providing information, and that's where I like to think that I can kind of step in and just provide my clients the confidence that, I'm with you through this, and right through to you sell the property. I'm here to kind of make sure that it goes well for you. And so from an education standpoint, again, getting in and seeing a few houses and just watching what they sell for is generally the best way to kind of get a feel for where you're going to land in the market. Because I mean, you can look at list prices all day long, but as you've seen, they're not really an accurate reflection of what homes are actually selling for. So that's where you kind of need to look at sold prices, and again, even just being in the physical asset first to get a feel for which houses were a little nicer, which were a little rougher, and how that impacted the sale prices is probably an important part to your education.
Yeah, no, I think so too. I think even looking at those sale prices, and as they kind of keep climbing, we're just kind of seeing the stakes are just a little bit higher, right? So I mean, you look at yourself as kind of offering a professional real estate salesperson, and then also having that coaching hat, that education hat, and then offering that property management side that you do as well. I think it just really gives your clients that kind of 1, 2, 3 punch that's offered. So we do a bit of the stuff on our side as well. So I think that's a great way to look at it, and really just kind of drive that education and kind of coaching focus to have that successful buyer journey.
Yeah, that's kind of where we left our branding kind of hanging, right? It's to live here. Well, it's not a group, it's not a team. Like we just live here, we just do it.
Yeah.
And it's it's kind of growing into what real estate has become, which is an investment and an asset.
Yeah.
And just kind of helping you manage through that. So right now I'm having some conversations with clients about, they're happy where they are. They've looked at the market. There's maybe not a lot of opportunities to purchase, but even just going through the, what is my home currently worth? And, how much equity do I have in that?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Let's take a swing at this property. Well, we didn't get this, but we did qualify for a refinance, and we do have $300,000 in surplus equity that we're sitting on. How can we deploy that? Can we look at putting that somewhere else in the real estate market? Is, either another investment property? Is that, going to help us fuel a renovation, so now we don't need to move? Is that now a time to look at maybe taking that equity, RSPs, tax-free savings accounts, or just kind of investing in the broader market, getting into private lending? I mean, there's a lot of ways you can deploy that money into real estate or diversify into other asset classes. And I mean, that's a big piece that mortgage brokers can't help you with, real estate agents can't help you with, but it kind of ties together, the financing side, the investing side, because where the biggest thing I caution my clients about is, if you are taking equity out of your home, where are you deploying that capital?
Yeah.
What I wouldn't want to see is a shiny truck in the driveway and a fancy vacation, and and now you've burned all your equity, and at the end of the day, you don't have anything really to show for it.
I think that's a great point, Dave. I mean, you talk about it all the time. The prices are one thing, but if you do go to sell right now, the question is, where do you put your money? So I think the nice point you touched on there was, looking at that home equity line of credit. Oftentimes you're paying maybe 2.95% interest only. If you can secure that line of credit there and put it into more real estate, capture more debt pay down, maybe a little bit of cash flow on the side. I think more people are looking into that as well, if they've built up some nice equity in that principal residence, and kind of putting that into an investment property. Is that kind of what you're seeing a bit more of your clients as well?
Yeah, I mean, partly due to lack of opportunity on the investing side, and again, that whole process, by the time you call a mortgage broker like our buddy Lorenzo at Butler Select to start a refinance, actually getting the check in hand can be a couple of months. And so that's something where, if you do want to use that to execute on a purchase, you want to get the ball rolling on something like that. And again, it's, you know, looking at stuff like that, and looking at the renovation piece, and, you know, who are you going to call to get things done? What are you going to do? How's it going to impact the value of your home? Are you going to get what you want out of it? And, you know, does your home provide the appropriate layout? Does it have the zoning to do what you want to do with it? Yeah, those are all pieces that that we're kind of trying to help clients tie together right now. And that's also grown into kind of just, you know, we're in property management, but really just to facilitate real estate investing. So we really look at it as real estate investment management. Part of that obviously is making sure that, you know, the gutters are cleaned every year, the grass is kept cut. And, you know, when your tenants have issues, that they do have somebody that's responding in an appropriate manner. And so that's where we can kind of come in and help with that whole side of it as well. But again, you know, the same people that are doing some of that stuff are getting into contracting, renovating, and the businesses kind of merge together.
Yeah, no, I love that. I mean, we've used that word before, that real estate investment management, or RIM. I think it's a great blanket to kind of show that, you know, that sales profession side, that education side, and that property management side, you know. So kind of coming back to that live here, you know, play on words that you have is being there as well, but also kind of having that walk the walk and kind of talk the talk capability. So I think that's a great way to look at it. And again, that real estate investment management side, we'll just kind of double underline that. I think it's a great look in kind of the future of real estate, really, just for you know, just offering more for your clients. So definitely a great look there. All right, buddy, that's awesome. We'll shake this one out. We'll keep it rolling. But again, that real estate investment management side, great piece of conversation. We'll keep building for that winter series. Thanks, Dave.
Yeah, you bet.